great resource. Love having the nurse consultant in our building. Iowa State Bank is our business of the month for the PBS, Positive Behaviors, and we will be visiting the bank on Friday the 13th. So we're getting excited about that. Kids are having fun.
Going to the bank on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I know. Well,
We look forward to that. That's kind of fun.
I mentioned here again the training that we have staff attending, the creative curriculum, which is the curriculum that is used in the classroom. At the center here, Every Child Reads, para-educator classes, and those are for the staff who are working on their CDA. That's 45 hours of credit training for those staff. And we have an additional staff working for her second CDA hours for infant and toddler. There's two CDAs. There's a CDA for preschool and a CDA for infant and toddler. They're basically the same little, well, by getting two, that's just more commitment and training hours done by that staff. We already talked about the $10,000 received from the city. And we received the funding from the endowment grant for the surveillance camera of $1,103. That was a little bit, it's about $700 less than when I had originally requested. You have it on the agenda for me asking for an additional permission to write for USDA. And I have wrote a letter of support for the East Sac County's request for the state funding. Any questions or comments that you guys have had from parents, public concerns for me?
That one you talked about, we didn't file bankruptcy, but...
No, we had a parent that we had taken to court, and they had filed bankruptcy after we have taken them to court. So I was just letting...
We did get a garnishment.
Yes, we did get one of those.
I think you were correct on that.
Yes, and I have some, yes.
Good. I was confident you were.
What was the letter of support for the ESAC for?
That's for the state preschool funding that they are working for. For the state funding to help them with their preschools. We have been going through a lot of the same training that they have been. Our center has been trying to keep our preschool with it. They needed some collaboration, and so I presented a letter stating that we had attended some of the trainings that they have. One is it's called QPPS, which is Quality Preschool Standards, and we've participated through them with AEA, and then there was one in Carroll that we went through as well over in ICN. And so I basically stated that, with collaboration, we were able to go and take these trainings of the QPPS because of them working on that.
Is there something in the future we're going to try and share?
I stated in there that I would like to see support with transportation and teacher support, is what I stated in there. But I stated...
Is that a partnership deal where we'll actually get them here?
No, there has to be a collaboration with them and other entities in the community. And with us being a child care facility where children can come here before or after preschool, I'm hoping to have support by getting the children brought here.
If they do have the preschool. Okay.
Right, if they do, we already are...
So long term it could help us?
I would like to think so.
Be neutral to help us?
Yes. In my eyes, I'm wanting it to help the children in our community and getting the children the things that they are needing. It's the government legalities. That's, there's funding there for them for their preschool, and they have to go through this process. It is not something that I can apply for.
Okay.
But it does not mean that Kids World is not meeting those standards. We have met those standards, and we do have those standards in our building. We just can't apply for it because we are not a public school. But we have wanting to show support with it for our school.
Yes, if they get it, they could take some kids away from us.
We basically share them back and forth anyway as it is. Right. And they already have the program in place. They're just trying to get the funding, so they're not taking it out of their general fund.
The meeting that was canceled that they sponsored, did they ever reschedule that you
No,
know?
they never did reschedule
Not-
that.
No plan of?
No. The grant is due at the end of the month.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And I did, after our last board meeting, I did go and visit with Barb about some of the things that, just making sure our doors of communication are open between us and the school, so they know what's going on with us, and we can kind of touch base with them as well.
Any other questions? Any other comments? Anybody else have any other questions? No, Molly?
How are you on supplies? Are people still like donating things that you need, or are you low on anything, or?
Like craft supplies and that kind of stuff are doing good on. Toilet paper, paper towels, those kind of things, Clorox.
You always
We
need
can
that?
always use that
Okay,
stuff.
that's
We can
what
put it in, yeah.
I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else before we move on? Any old business that we need to address?
I didn't have it on here, but it was on the last month, was the airflow.
That's the only thing that's
It's
been
pretty well straightened out now.
Well, it's better. I'm still waiting to have our plumber come back and recheck things and go over some things with
You
him.
don't notice the problems with doors?
Not as bad.
Not as bad.
I
Better.
think we're going to have to do some more openings, but I want somebody to come in.
Okay.
I want to show somebody what I've done and see what needs to be done.
Typically, that's probably more of a winter problem than a summer
It's all
problem.
year around.
Is it
With air conditioner, same way, it's
Yeah.
a draw air in.
Yep.
I didn't know if there was any time when you kept windows, if you opened windows up at all.
We
or-
try to.
Yeah. You know, so
But
obviously. it's
you
not-
also got to consider what's going on
Oh,
outside.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
the staff, I would say at least weekly, crack their windows so that we get
Yeah.
some air. But it's not like we're going to crank
No,
it
no,
open
no.
for the airflow for
No,
the...
no, I know, I
As
understand.
much as you could do that, I'm sure
Right.
it will.
Right.
How about just bring the board up, what's the roof deal? Is that old business or is that new business?
It's old business.
That would have been on business, yeah.
Okay, then we are going to meet tomorrow, and so he wants to go ahead and fix the roof. And we had somebody look at it, and they said it's some damage, but you could get by 3 or 4 years. Well, it's probably best to fix it. But I think, don't you think too, instead of going with another 3-tab roof, you go with laminate shingles? They're 30-year shingle instead of a 20. Difficult. They very few places put 3 tabs on anymore.
Is that what's on there now?
Yeah,
I-
that's the lightest, cheapest shingle you can put on.
Are you talking about the metal clad ones?
No, just what's called laminate shingles. There's no tabs. It's all a little heavier.
They're
They're like a 30 or 40.
a shake look like, kinda. They're supposed to have that shake look.
There's 30-year, 40-year.
They're kind of a composite material.
Yeah.
What they're made out of.
I don't know if you guys got any, 40 years would be a higher price, but should we go 40 years? Sure.
Well, I guess I had an insurance guy, when we looked at, we got to replace shingles in our house too, and I looked at different shingles, and his comment to me was the fact that, and this, we've had that house since, we bought it in '95, and this will be the 3rd time that we've put a roof on.
Because of hail?
Yeah, and I'm just, I guess my comment to him was the fact that, what kind of shingle's better here on here, and he said, a 25-year shingle is more than enough, because your odds are you're gonna have a
Well,
replacement.
maybe we should put it back with 3 tabs.
So I don't know.
I think we probably should get bids for different versions. And
Well, we can, I guess, I don't know.
Different ways. And
Labor,
I
if
don't,
you look
or
at
what do you
the-
guys think? What do you, your own personal houses, have you,
I'm putting one on this spring too.
I went to 30-year laminate.
To be honest, I haven't made a decision yet on what I'm gonna do.
And we think we should tear the other ones off.
Oh,
absolutely?
yeah.
No, you cut your shingle life in half, easy.